Howdy, y'all. Happy Thursday. And I said I would talk about the Campbell's Law thing that we didn't have time in class. You can read right here, and the link is actually in the week 2 in-class material, so I'm not going to read to you. But just let me say, for those of you who the name isn't ringing a bell, she is an amazing author, professor, philosopher. She's written a dozen books. This one, actually, you can tell I enjoyed it. I'm such a nerd. This is the book for any of you. I think you're all in teaching and learning, but for the curriculum and instruction class, when we talk about contemporary issues in American education, this is the book we actually use in that class. She is just amazing. And here's why Campbell's Law is good for us to just kind of have as part of our philosophical base as we're doing our research. You notice that the basic of it, the basic concept of it, is the more a quantitative measure is used to assess and define the direction of a qualitative element, component, structure. Remember, quantitative is numerical, qualitative is experiential, the human essence of an experience. The more you use numbers to assess and define and direct what actually is a human experience, the more there's going to be, as was said in class, corruption, cheating. It's worth taking a look at. So yeah, the Campbell Law gets pulled up whenever there's cheating on tests and the like, but it's understanding that and why we do comparative research the way we do. Why, yeah, we want to have some nice demographics and some quantitative information, but that's not where the heart and soul of comparative ed lies in, because for this very reason, we may do research, and just from looking at the numbers, it may look like, oh my stars, look at that great school system, all those kids are scoring so high. If anybody gets a chance, just yesterday, I responded in the discussion board. Terry said something really cool, and it kind of set me off on my own little rabbit hole, but it was a cool rabbit hole. And I found something that I shared in the discussion board about a very knowledgeable professor, very wise professor in Finland, who is giving a rallying cry that, look, just because we're rocking these PISA exams, look at the kids. The kids are unhappy in school. The numbers don't tell the whole story. In fact, the numbers may be clouding our ability to see the real story, which is exactly what Campbell's Law is all about. When you're so afraid of what it looks like with the numbers, you're either going to be tempted to modify them to save your bacon, or you're going to stop with the numbers and not continue on to really understand what are those numbers showing us in real life. Are they masking something? And here, I promise this is the last thing. There's a hack that researchers use. It's called the p-hack. And what the p-hack does is it plays with the statistical significance that you have to say, yes, my hypothesis stands. This is true. This is valid. My findings are statistically significant. There's a thing called p-hacking where you search for so many variables that finally you find a way to get something that looks numerically like it's statistically significant. But when you really look, what you've pulled out, you're stretching it there, Bucky. All right? So again, comp ed, we are qualitative in nature. We're going to have some demographics, we're going to have some numbers, but that's not where the heart and soul of your research lies, and that's not where you're going to draw out the interpretations that you then juxtapose and then compare to draw out your conclusions. Okay? I'm done. I said brief. I'm done.